All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on the crypto markets. This time, I'm just going to cover a few altcoins that I didn't get to in my last video. So, in this video, we're going to start out with Link. And Link has made quite the pump today, too. But let me just show you something here, guys. I've been pointing out the more macro golden pocket is a major support level where I will not only spot buy more, because I did buy some at 15 as well, but I had set limits to spot buy more, but also I had set limits to long this area because I was so confident this macro golden pocket would hold. And this macro golden pocket, like if we go onto the 2-day chart here, you can see that it's from the, what is that, $8 lows all the way up to our $31 highs, about $31 highs. It's our macro golden pocket pull. And we had been trading in this descending channel here, and you can see we kind of had lost it. And the last few videos I've been covering with Cainlink, we had been hovering underneath it. We back tested twice and rejected. And so when we were rejecting this channel, I said, okay, you guys, we might come lower to that macro golden pocket. And we hit it perfect. And look at, that's where the bottom is so far. Maybe altcoins are going to go lower, but so once we hit the bottom, let's zoom into our 1 hour chart, hit the bottom, came up, and we were kind of chopping around up here. Look at what we're seeing here is a possible double 1-2 impulse here, though, which is super bullish. We had our first wave 1 here, a wave 2, another 1, another 2. Here's our third wave right now. I did that horrible, but you get the idea. 1, 2, 1, 2. Third wave here. We could be in our fourth wave right now. Now, look at where we rejected too. My last video that I made on Friday where I covered this, or the last video I made, I don't know if I covered this one on Friday, but then it was Thursday. I had three real resistances marked out here. And what are those resistances? Well, we had the daily here with our value area low backtest and our value area low of our range that we lost here. No, the bigger range, excuse me. Let's zoom out to the 12-hour chart. And I'm talking about this upper range here. Like, so if we go and just do this here, not that one. Okay, maybe it was that smaller one. Let's zoom back in. We were looking at this here. Yeah, so it was our daily in confluence with our value area low backtest. Came up into that box there, hit that box, and we are seeing that rejection. There was also, I do believe there was a golden pocket there as well. Let's see. Go here. Golden pocket. Yeah, golden pocket was in there as well. So we had our value area low, our golden pocket, and our daily in this box. And that's why that box kind of extended a little bit past the golden pocket, past the daily, excuse me. And so we hit that level. And the golden pocket was from the last time we rejected from our midline of that channel. You can see we hit right into, let me go ahead and delete that little drawing now. We hit right into that resistance. So that was one of my TP levels on this long from 13.5. And I also did take a long, I think when we rejected up here, I took some out, but it was only like 10-15% out of the coin, the long. And so now we are seeing a little bit of a pullback, which is to be expected from resistance. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback here. What we can do is we can look at our wave 3 impulse. Let's go on to like the 30-minute chart. And we can look for, let's do this from low to high. Let's see, that's 17.55. That's 17.54. Okay, double topped pretty much too. And let's go to our 0.5. That's where we really want to hold 15.97. Let's go ahead and turn on our 382 as well. So between this area is where we really want to see a bounce come in for our wave 4, and then we maybe do a 5-4-5. Two more. We're in the process of our first 4, If this was a 1, 2, 1, 2, this is a 3. Our 4 could last, another 5, 6 hours, so maybe even a day. Usually your wave 4s are a bit longer than your wave 2s, and you can see our wave 2 here lasted, like, what was that? 22 hours, so about a day. So maybe we slow down for a day here, because this thing we could make something now like a little descending channel to the downside. You have your descending channel, hit the bottom in confluence, make a wave 5. Maybe our wave 5 actually rejects from that daily that we missed. Then another 4 or 5 maybe come up to our big golden pocket here. That's just speculation on my part. I don't know if it's going to do that, but that's often the type of price action we see on wave 4s. They tend to be descending channels. Like if you go on Bitcoin's weekly wave 4 impulse, that 7-month range, it was pretty much a big 7-month descending channel. Broke out of it to the upside. So Link here, it is looking pretty bullish though. We were able to reclaim and get back within this descending channel that we were in on the daily. So what is our next resistance above us? Well, we do have that daily that still wasn't hit. We did hit the golden pocket zone though. So I would still look, because that daily is in confluence with this value area low of the range that we lost, the smaller like 23-day range here. So that is still a resistance above us. I would say this resistance box hasn't been completely filled and invalidated yet. But the next resistance we have above us is this box here, which is between $18.56 and $19. And actually, I could actually get that a little bit closer to the golden pocket. There we go. 18.56 to 19.054. So like 18.56 to 19 pretty much. And let's zoom back out onto the hourly here. You can see that is our golden pocket and our pitchfork, or not pitchfork, channel midline. And this golden pocket is from our, like, this is remember when Bitcoin had that large crash 4 weekends ago now, a month ago, and then it had the next Monday, it had a really big retrace to the upside, kind of like that dead cat bounce. So that's from our dead cat bounce highs on Link down to our new lows here. And let me double check to make sure these are, yeah, okay, that's updated and correct. So that golden pocket, and you can see that golden pocket is also the point of control of that 23-day range. I meant to click that. I wanted to put a space here, or a slash bar. All right, so that's our next level there. You can see the point of control is closer to the 618, around 18.77. And then our channel midline now, depending on how long it takes, will be probably aligning, by the time we get up there, aligning closer to that 618 as well, around 18.77. So that is that little area. That would be the next big resistance. And then after that, it's really up near the value area high, where we have a naked daily point of control. We have our swing failure pattern of that high where we rejected from the midline, and then a naked daily point of control. But we're going to actually go ahead and zoom in and update some things on this. So let's go to our weekly chart and let's look at new weekly levels here. All right. Yeah, we do have that weekly now that's going to be in that box as well. So fresh weekly is going to come in around 18,692, at least on Coinbase. So that's within our box of resistance that we already have marked out. And of course, we do have this one way up here. It's closer to 25 bucks here, 24.8. I'll mark it out. We'll leave it. We'll mark it out and we'll hide it. Okay, and then let's go to our dailies. Let's mark out our dailies here. The new daily support that we have now is down here at 14.75. That's our new daily support. All right, now we do have this daily up here that hasn't been touched, around 18.2. But there's nothing else really in that area that I'm interested in. So I'm not going to mark it out, because I think the weekly is a little bit more important just above that, as well as our golden pocket, our point of control, and the channel midline. And then as far as next daily levels that we have, I mean, this one's pretty important, actually. All right, let's mark that out, and then we'll see if there's any confluence there. And if there is, we'll keep it up there. I suspect there will be. All right, now I'm going to get rid of this range real quick. Clean that up. Daily's up here next to our weekly, but our weekly's more important there. All right, let's go ahead and look at our weekly naked points of control. Ooh, yeah. All right, so right on top of our daily for support at 1475, we pretty much have a naked weekly point of control right there as well. Let's go ahead and mark this out. Here we go. Naked weekly point of control. And then let's look at some other ones here. This is the one we're in today that just started, so we're not going to mark that out. I do think this one is important right above our daily. Let's see, right there. At pretty much 18. And then this one up here is going to be in close confluence with our weekly. Naked weekly point of control. Okay, and then let's switch these to dailies, and let's check our dailies. Ooh, look at this. 2 naked daily point of controls in this box. I think that's why I marked it partially like that, why I did. But you can see we also have a naked daily point of control way down here. If we come this low again, though, I think we're going to SFP this low into our 12.9, 0.65. So I'm not going to mark that out, but just know there is a naked daily point of control at 13.8, really 13.82. We already have these ones not marked out. I will actually... Yeah, this one up here too. This one's important. Okay, and then this one up here, I'm not going to mark that out yet, but there is one at like 25.5. If we start getting up there, we can look at it when we get up there. All right, so let's go back to our 4-hour chart. I know the chart looks really messy right now. So let's go ahead and let's go to our 8-hour chart. And we're going to do that fixed range volume profile pull of this upper range. I'm going to say after from the flash crash pretty much. So yeah, the value area low is near that daily. But look at this up here, the point of control. We have a naked weekly point of control near our, like, what is that, 3-month range, 4-month range? Sorry, 2-month range here. And then our weekly's up there. So this would be the next real interesting box I would be looking at. This box up here, we'll make that purple. This is going to be a weekly, naked weekly POC, and then POC. And it's also near the top of the channel. Let me see. We'd have to pump up to it pretty quick in order for it to align with the top of the channel. So I'm not going to mark that out as top of the channel. And then the very last area I would really be interested in. Let me get this. This is going to go. Here. All right. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Oh, there's also a golden pocket in this area. So that's important. So we have a naked weekly point of control, a weekly, a point of control, and the macro golden pocket. So this is probably our strongest resistance above us, between 23.9 and 24.8. And then above that, you can see that, let's go ahead and put on our 786 is right at the SFP level of the second pivot of the channel. Now remember, oftentimes I talk about the second pivot of the channel. If you break the channel to the upside, you sweep the liquidity of the second pivot. So right at $27, we have an SFP into 786. So I'm not going to mark that as a box, but let's put that as SFP into 786. We'll just mark that like as right here. Mark it out right there. Okay, now I can get rid of that golden pocket. I'm going to go ahead and hide all this stuff in here just to clean up the chart a bit. As support below us, I really like this area down here because if we retrace and it takes a few days, you know, maybe next Monday, so about a week or so, we have our box of support here, and it's a shallow one, but I'm going to mark it out. And this is going to be a daily, a naked weekly point of control in the bottom of our channel. Naked weekly POC. Okay. Yeah, I really like this area here. Our 786 is up in this box as well. Now that 786, you can see I just pulled that from the dead cat highs after the flash crash. Our dead cat bounce highs down to our new lows. So we're going to just add the 786 into this. Building a lot of confluence in different boxes to really look for our levels to do these trades. And then this one, we can add our weekly into it because we didn't have that in there. Weekly. So that's a pretty strong one too, because that's our golden pocket from that same pull from the weekly dead cat, from the dead cat highs down to our lows. We have a golden pocket in there. We have the point of control of our smaller range, the channel midline, which midlines, like the last time we came up to midline, we rejected, and a weekly up there. That is pretty strong resistance. That's where our little double 1-2 impulse might end at the midline. Then we might see a bigger pullback and then another new impulse if crypto's about to get really bullish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this box just up to the naked weekly because we want to add that into it. And now that we've hit the golden pocket and we're retracing from the golden pocket, I'm actually going to extend this box only to the daily. So we hit the resistance, though. You guys saw that. We had it marked out. We hit it. We rejected from it. But now I'm going to shorten it because we've already ran into that golden pocket once. So let's shorten it and let's make this up above us. Now, I don't expect too much from here. I mean, it is the back test of the value area low. And yeah, naked weekly point of controls are big too. So we have to keep it. We have to keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, and then that's about it. I mean, we do have some bigger levels up here. We have a naked daily in confluence with our weekly up here around 29.2 to 29.5. I'm not going to put a box there yet just because it's so high up there, but that is a level. If we do make it up there, that would be a resistance I'm looking at. I'm just going to leave that like that for now. And the only other thing I am a little bit looking at is you can see this bigger range value area low is coming in around this daily. And so I do think that that could be interesting there between that value area low and daily. Like, what is that? Between 21.19 to 21.67. And that was also that area that we could not reach up there when we were in this range here. We kept rejecting. Actually, we couldn't even reach 20.4. I remember we tried 4 times. Okay, but let's that's bigger time frame stuff. So now let's go ahead and zoom in on the 30-minute chart. And let's look at just a couple more things to see if we can't find confluence, because I bet you this here is going to be about, so you can see this smaller range that we were kind of trading in over the weekend. We can do that volume profile of this smaller range here. And yeah, the point of control of that range is also at that naked daily point of control, or naked weekly point of control, and our daily. Now, we already have a box marked out for that. It's just over here more. So maybe I should go ahead and pull that all the way over as well. Just if we hit it too quick, our channel's going to be above it. I don't think we're going to come down that quick. So we can put in here small POCs in there as well. And then let's go ahead and look at, let's go on the 1 hour to make this a little cleaner. We can do our Fibonacci pull from high to low and our golden pockets right there. Okay, that's actually nicer because I can make the box a little bit bigger, because when you zoom out, that box is almost like a line. So right here, and then we're going to add a golden pocket. Now, if we do retrace that low to the golden pocket, it would invalidate the double 1-2. So you don't really want to do that. You know what's interesting, though? That 0.5 is going to come in right around the value area high. Yeah, right on top of the value area high. Wow. Okay, so 15.5 pretty much. 15.5 is our first local resistance area support, excuse me. But let's actually do a Fibonacci pull, another Fibonacci pull from the lows of wave 3 to the highs of wave 3. And let's look at the golden pocket of that. Yeah, golden pocket of that's coming in right there too. So I would say that's our first area of support, about 15 to 15.5. No, 15.5 to 16, excuse me. 15.5 to 16. Let's do this here. This is only local though, okay, guys? So be careful, because if crypto starts dumping like crazy again, we're going to bust straight through this probably. So it's a bigger 0.5. It's our small GP of our wave 3. Actually, we'll do this. Wave 3 GP. And then our small value area high. Okay, that's that. We have that marked out. So that's about all I'm looking at here on Chainlink. Not too much more I'd be interested in. If we break the lows, I'd be looking for 12.9 still, because that's just such a major support level. Two supports below us. Gave you guys those already, 15.5 to 16 really. And then this one here is 15 to 14.7, I'll say. Okay, that is it for Chainlink. Chainlink looks pretty bullish, though. I mean, getting back into this area, to this channel, is really nice. But you can see we're still struggling around our prior lows. So if I just mark out, like with excluding the wick, you can see this here. If I just make this an SR flip level in red, you can see it was our lows here, kind of our semi-lows in this range area. And now they're trying to be flipped to resistance, trying to act as a resistance. So just be aware that we could see the pullback from here. We did hit that local golden pocket. Let's look at Market Cipher. Yeah, 4 hours topping out. Money flow looks decent, though. I don't like how the money flow is starting to curve out again, but it could be something like this where it's curving out and then it's going to come back up, curve out, come back up again. But anytime you see money flow starting to curve to the downside on the 4-hour, that probably means a little bit more push down. 1 hour, okay, but 1 hour here, you see your momentum wave trying to roll out, here, and your money flow is trying to roll out here to trying to come back up. So this local support area, if we're seeing local bull divs into that support area, I would look for long, like I'm talking about, like, because you don't have time to make high time frame bull divs. Obviously, bull divs are making lower lows in price action and higher lows on the momentum wave. So say we do something like this and kind of grind down here into this, you'd want to be seeing lower lows here, and then this does something like, like this, and you have your higher lows here, lower lows, higher lows. That's what you'd want to see. But you'd have to look on like probably 15-minute and under, because you're not going to have enough time to build the divs, bigger time frame divs from this local support area. That's how you look for scalps. And then let's go now zoom onto our daily chart. Yeah, daily double green dot. I mean, like, this looks pretty bullish here. Pushing up here. Money flow, I don't like. I guess it's coming up a little bit here. Yeah, we could see a bit of a push up here on all these coins. As long as Bitcoin holds up and can not dump below 93K. Let's actually double check Bitcoin right now. It is below that value area low right now. Not by much, but it is below it. It's hanging on. Let's go to the hourly. Yeah, maybe we're just coming from those local lows there and then make a move up. But it doesn't look the worst. It's just hanging around. I did expect us overnight to kind of range in between this area. Wait till market open, see if the market reacts with the bullish news. But that's it for Chainlink. Now I'll go into Hbar. I believe, let me see if yeah, Hbar. Okay, this is the last one. So let's go out onto the daily. So Hbar did hit right into our support level. Wow, look at that. So we had marked this out way before this dump happened. Way before this dump happened, we had marked this out, the swing failure pattern, into our bigger 382 and our daily. Now, we didn't touch the daily, but we did get the box. That's why we have a box of support, not just a single level. And we got the perfect bounce from that. Look at, if you would have taken that, that's a great trade. And then our local resistance just busted straight through it, so that didn't work. But that would have still been a TP level for me. I would have at least TP'd 10-15% there. We are hitting and rejecting kind of from that daily level. You can see right here that daily that we had. Now, we do not have any new dailies here on the bottom because of this wick. But, all right. So we were in this bigger kind of slightly ascending channel. We broke it to the downside on the flash crash, and I think the last time I analyzed it was right after this flash crash, but we closed the candle, the daily candle, back within this, and we were just starting to lose it. So you can see we lost it, back tested it actually multiple days, and then that's when we continued the dump down here. We do have much lower level of support as well, like this big support down here, the retest of our prior range value area high down here. But to the upside. Okay, so let's look at some new things here. I'm going to get rid of this daily now. We've knocked into it. And that's kind of where we're rejecting. We did wick past it. With lower liquidity altcoins like this, you can see wicks past them. But let's go ahead and now let's go on to the weekly first of all. Let's mark out our weeklies here. So let's see, did that even get... I'm going to mark that real quick to see if we hit. Yeah, we hit it. Okay, so that's not a weekly. Not that I'm interested. I mean, it's still a weekly, but we've kind of busted it. But we do have this fresh weekly down here at 21.19 or 21.2. Let's just say that. Round it. Okay, and then let's go to back to the dailies real quick. Just the daily up here. Yeah. All right. So we do have some boxes marked out already. We have a naked daily point of control, our golden pocket, and our point of control. But that golden pocket's going to change because we made new lows. That golden pocket was probably from this low here. So let's go ahead and do a couple things here. Let's look at this golden pocket here, and then let's first, before we do that, 56% dump. Okay, we don't really need to use log yet. All right, this is our big level up here between, like, you can see we already have a lot up here. So let me delete that golden pocket to get it out of the way. We have the swing failure pattern of these highs here, these internal highs right before the big dump. So those are actually important internal liquidity highs. We have our big macro golden pocket in here. We have a daily in here. We have a naked weekly point of control and the channel midline, all in that area. And then also let's go ahead and do our volume profile pull of just the price action within this channel here. Okay, point of controls there. Yeah, okay, we've already got that marked out. So really, we already have the levels marked, most of the boxes marked out here. The next box of resistance is between 29.28 and 29.845. That's a golden pocket. I mean, a point of control, a naked daily point of control, and a smaller golden pocket. And then the big resistance, though, is the one that I just covered here, between 31.6 and 32.4. And then if we break that to the upside, we do have this naked weekly point of control. It's the value area high of that range and a daily. And this area is between 33.2 and 33.4. So that's the levels I would be looking at above. It's really not much has changed there. We did hit into our support. Okay, but let's go ahead and zoom in on this, and let's look at our local supports to the downside. 1, 2. This could be our third wave here. Pull back. Okay, so first we will do our third wave. If this is a third wave that's ending, we go here to here. Golden pocket is near that weekly. Let's look at weeklies first. Okay, so we've already got those weeklies marked out up there. This one's the current one, so we don't mark that out. So the only new one is this one down here at 19.6. 19.6 cents. Naked weekly point of control. Okay, before we look at our dailies, I just want to look at something here. So let's do a golden pocket pull from the lows to our current highs. All right, I do like this level because it is our more macro golden pocket of the move up in confluence with our weekly. So we should mark that out here. That's going to be between 21.78 to 21.18. Put golden pocket weekly. And I bet you that 786 is near that naked weekly. Yeah. Okay. And look at why we're rejecting where we are at. It's our R1 new, it's a new month. So our new R1 monthly pivot point is where we rejected. But our actual pivot point, you can see we have it in confluence with a not a naked daily point of control. So let's go ahead and mark that out. Now, this one I'm not too interested in, to be honest with you. You do you though. If you want to mark that out and be interested, go, go for it. Okay, so that there. Let's go ahead and turn this off. And then let's look at that wave 3. Just the wave 3 impulse. We go from high to low, low to high. And let's look at our 382 because in a strong trend. Okay, 382 is near the bottom of the channel, and that's also where we had a naked daily point of control. So if this thing's going to remain really bullish, we're going to bounce from like 24.6. But I think, yeah, the wave 4 target correction is between the 382, which I just said 24.6, and our 0.5, which is 23.37, and that's right near our naked daily point of control. So I like that much better. I would say this area here is our very first support that I would be interested in. Looking for a scalp long. The reason why is, yeah, look at this channel is still being respected because when we reclaimed it, we dropped a little bit, back tested it, and made new highs. So I guess, I mean, yeah, I would pay attention to the 382 at the bottom of the channel because let's make sure there was a naked daily point of control there. Yeah, there is close by. Let's do that fib pull again. Pretty close by. So you could say that's an interesting level to look. If we start to bounce from there, you could probably wait for a little bit of a bounce, long that, put your stop below that local low. Or what you could do is long this 382 touch with your stop right below this low right here at 24.1. But I'm personally not looking for that. Well, I'm not going to trade this Hbar. So just going to give you guys the level. So that's that there. I'm still going to keep this on the chart now because we have a new SFP of the lows that were made the other day into, if I can get it, into the daily still. So, but what we can do is we can take this and we can shorten it now. 17.5 to 17. Okay, that's about it for Hbar. XPR. Next one is XPR, and I think I had to use KuCoin. Yeah, all right. Wow, look at, so we did have very micro support levels here. I think I went into more micro stuff because he was asking me about that. But look at so this one obviously was a fail. Nothing happened here. But we did get a bounce 3 times from this little guy here, and then it ended up breaking. But that would have been at least a scalp. You would have taken that VWAP, again, VWAP. So that guy I would say was a successful TP1 get stopped. But look at our bigger one that we had. So let's zoom out to the 2-hour chart, and you can see that a couple levels we had marked out here. Where's that? Here we go. And we had this level here, which was a naked weekly point of control into our pitchfork midline and into the point of control of the range and a 786. So it did bounce, and we really, from here, I would have TP'd the top of the channel for sure. So that's a great trade there. I know it doesn't look like much on the 2-hour, but with a smaller altcoin like this, where those percentage moves, a 29% move, that's a great trade. Great trade. So now I'm going to delete that though because we've hit into that. Or let's see, what was this one? Naked daily and a daily's there. Let's turn all these on real quick to see. Okay, then let's zoom out to our daily first and let's look. Oh yeah, this thing's kind of coiling up here. Wow. You can see we're trying to form a triangle. I'll turn these off in a second, but okay, so first of all, this up here is still resistance, even though our pitchfork band is not going to be in alignment anymore, but we do have the SFP into our weekly, and we also yeah, weekly up there, SFP. Let's turn that one off. But the SFP of the highs around 8 cents are into our pitchfork band now. Okay, I still do like this. This level looks so micro here, but it is a naked daily point of control right on top of a daily level. So that's at like 30036 to like 0, you see it, 0036596, 0036425. That is the little box that I'm looking for. And I could even, I know it looks super skinny and like a minuscule thing, but that is pretty important there. All right, I am going to get rid of this one now because we did bounce from that. We can get rid of that now. We rejected from that daily, and we can get rid of that naked daily point of control there. Oof. So on the daily time frame, oh, and then we have this guy down here. Still fresh, still hasn't been hit. I need to do a better level of zooming in and adjusting my boxes right. And there's probably a point of control of that range in there. Yep, point of control of the range is in there too. This smaller range on the daily. All right, I just didn't mark them out, but that's, yeah, you see what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off a couple of these to clean up this chart. And I do want to show you here, this box still is good as well. The SFP into the daily. Down here, we actually have not SFP'd the flash crash lows into our daily yet. Down between 0018 and 0017586. So this weekly, this is a weekly level we just marked out. It's also a daily. Let's make sure. Let me make sure. Was I seeing that right? Yeah, it's a weekly too. Weekly and a daily at 001318. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so we've made new highs above these dead cat highs here. So our golden pocket that was in this channel midline is going to be changed. I'm just going to delete this now. We never came down there, but let's delete it because we can remake it. Let's zoom back out onto the daily. But let me just show you here. I'm just going to hide everything real quick. Except for our channel here. Did I not mark off a couple? So you can see this channel on the daily. It's kind of a crappy channel from the flash crash lows to this high here. We tried to break out of it here on the daily, couldn't. Tried to break out of it here on the daily, couldn't. We're finally breaking out of it. And if we go onto our hourly chart, breaking out of it, and we're probably trying to back test it now here. Ooh, I don't like this though. Look at this. Ascending channel here. I didn't get that right. I don't like that little ascending channel. Rejection, midline, midline, midline. We might dump back there. I don't like that. Volume's probably low too. It's not super bad. We are starting to trade now though in this upper range here. So I don't know if I'd follow this channel too much anymore. I'm going to hide it. And let's go ahead and go on to the 4-hour chart. You can see we're starting to coil up though. You can see kind of like this triangle type formation is forming. Just from like this bottom here, you know, you can see something like this. It's not the cleanest either, but you get the idea. And so if we pumped into this thing, consolidating for a while, we'll probably pump out of it, as long as the rest of crypto is doing pretty good as well. But this is kind of what it's consolidating right now, tighter and tighter. So we're about to see a big move on this, I think, within the next week or so. But let's go ahead and do the volume profile of the range that we're in here. This is the range that we're forming now. Play the range, play the price action, relevant price action, and look at bounce from value area low, reject from POC, reject from value area high, value area high, value area high, here. So let's do a golden pocket pull from this flash crash up to our new highs. And what percentage is that? Of course, I can't see that. $229%. Okay, so we got to be using fib scale, log scale, excuse me. Ooh. Don't like that. Let's exclude this giant wick down here, and let's just play this type of price action in here. So from here to here, and let's go to our golden pocket. Okay, we've hit the golden pocket here. But has our 786 been hit yet? No. Okay, so the next level I'd be looking down below is the value area low 786. And we have the SFP of the lows into that, these local 4-hour lows. So I would say that is our first level of support. Between 0040585 to 0039878. This is going to be value area low 786 and SFP. Ooh, to the upside, I mean, we have those bigger levels above us, much bigger levels, but this thing looks like it kind of moves slow for a bit and then explodes. Moves slow for a bit and explodes. So be very careful trading these local levels, because if this thing starts to move like it does, sometimes it'll bust through these so quick you won't even know. But look at here again, same kind of setup. Value area high into a local 786 to the top. These are the, until, you know, what do we say? Trade the range until it breaks. This is our range that we're in right now. I would look to short the top of the range if we see bearish confirmation, long the bottom of the range if we see bullish confirmation. That's what I would be trading this coin as right now. And then, of course, you leave some to run on both sides. You get into what Jason calls the schlong. You know, you're long from the bottom, short from the top. And then you let the rest run 76. let it run just in case it wants, let some of it run just in case it wants to keep going. This thing's real low liquidity though. We do have that new daily down here. We've already marked that stuff out. This daily down here would be the next box. I gave you guys that already. So yeah, I mean, I'd just be trading the local range until it breaks and then go from there. You have resistance just above us. Now, to the upside, I think, is this thing at all-time highs? No. Ooh, okay, that's where the pitchfork comes in. Okay, let's zoom back onto the daily chart. Let's get rid of these local guys. Well, I'll keep the boxes. I just deleted that. So, yeah, I would say... So there's a weekly up there. Pitchfork band. Yeah, pitchfork band is still up there. So say we kind of keep creeping up on the daily up here. We do have our pitchfork band, our daily. There's this daily. There's a weekly. And what else was it that I just said? SFP. And the SFP that I'm talking about, it doesn't look like it from the daily, but this is important. So this SFP right here, this internal high, because you can see what happened here. Had a big dump here, aggressive dump to the downside. Our dead cat bounce here before the real big dump. Before the real big dump. So this high right here, that is important liquidity resting there. That's why we have that SFP marked out into our pitchfork band up here, into our weekly. And what is this box? This is 0064 0064684 up to 0066928. Let's get rid of that SFP. Okay, and then wait, did I just mess up my box to the upside? I think I did. There was a 786 value area high box here. Value area low. Oh, and look at this. Our value area low. What is... Oh, did I just turn them off? Yeah. Okay. Let's delete the one we just made and let's just turn them back on. But look at our value area low is also aligning with that pitchfork midline. So that actually, that value area low looks good. SFP 786 value area low, pitchfork midline. That would be a local support I would definitely be looking for a scalp for if we saw confirmation. So that once again, that's 00398878 to 0040585. Okay, I gotta do this last one real quick because I gotta get to bed. So Cpool USDT. Let's see, did I do it on Bybit last time? Yeah. All right. Well, we're still trading in this descending channel to the downside. Obviously, let's zoom in onto the 2-hour chart for a second here. Let's analyze this. So the first time we came into this support, it gave us a very small bounce, but I would say that's a failed trade. And then, of course, we had that very micro support. But see, guys, that's the problem with giving micro supports on altcoins that are low volume. This one did hold though. See, I just didn't have the box far enough over, but you can see that this support level was here before. So if it would have just been pulled over more, you can see we bounced directly from the bottom of our support and came all the way up to the midline. Now that is a 100% win for sure. 100%. And then of course, after that, we lost it, flipped it to resistance. But look at, even when we lost it, we came down to our next level of support, bounced from that level, came up here. So that's a TP1, then get stopped out. But yeah, I mean, so I would say I would classify both these as winners. But now they're used and done. We still haven't hit this guy up here. Okay, well, we are still kind of trading within this bigger daily descending channel. You can see kind of had a little bit of a deviation out of it here, but we're back inside of it. What I would be looking for now, ooh, yikes, look at this. We're going to do our golden pocket, but then we have to turn it on log scale because that's such a big percentage move. Okay, we haven't hit the golden pocket yet. We front ran it. So that golden pocket between 14.3 and 13.29, I would say that's still a valid golden pocket. Let's do the range pull. Really, we just take the whole freaking range. But the big level of support is going to be that 786 that's in there. So if we add the 786 on our fib, I guess not really. Okay. I still think that golden pocket's pretty nice there. But as far as weekly levels, ooh, we have a bunch. We have a weekly up here, weekly here, and a weekly here. So let's just mark out the bottom one for now, because those other twos are already marked out. See, value area high, daily, weekly, 786. So those level boxes above are still the same. Just whoever asked about this last time. But a new weekly at 29 cents. Okay, we hit that weekly. Okay, yeah. Let's go to our dailies. Okay, we do have that daily support level here at 17.2. And we do have a daily resistance. This is nice because it's going to align with the channel midline. Okay, that's what we would mark out for now. And there's not really a good way to pull a range on this. I mean, you could pull, if this is a bigger like weekly correction to the downside, you could technically, let me get rid of this real quick. You could do a fixed range volume profile pull of all the price action within the channel here. Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at here. Value area high. What was this guy? 786 daily channel top. Okay. The daily's still up there. Okay, let's do a Fibonacci pull from that last big daily high. No, we got to do it from this one here. Okay, and let's just turn it to the regular golden pocket because that is such a small move. You don't need to use fib scale. So, okay, that's our first resistance level for sure. Check this out. A golden pocket into the channel midline with a fresh daily level there. So we'll mark that there. This is midline daily GP. That's from what is that? 23,291 to 23,714. That's what I would be watching. And then let's look at the 786 on that. 786 is a little bit above the value area low. No, I like that better. The only other thing that I would look at for now is doing a fib pull from this high, this last big daily high, to this low here. And we'll go to our golden pocket. Okay, and let's see, what is that? Okay, that's only a 58% move. So yeah, our golden pocket, this is our next big level. Golden pocket's right on the weekly, and the point of control's right there. So let's take it from the point of control here down to our weekly. So this is going to be golden pocket weekly PLC. Those are the two resistances I'd be watching. And it's the top of the channel. That's 29 cents, 29091 to 3265. Okay, that's the three resistances I'd be watching close by. This is obviously the 786, but that 786 is going to change a little bit because a daily is still up there, but the 786 is going to be a little bit different because we made new lows. It's a little bit lower. I guess we could just... It's kind of a big box, though, for an altcoin. And the channel top is not aligning so nice anymore. Unless it pumps like super crazy fast. But we'll leave it on there. And we have to adjust this to the new value area high. Okay, this 786 that I'm talking about is from this high to this low. The 786 was there. We never hit that 786, but because now we have a, you know, the other thing I'd be watching, let me delete this range real quick. The other thing I'd be watching is the golden pocket pull from the highs of the channel to the lows of the channel. And let's turn on our golden pocket. Yeah, golden pocket's there. We also have the weekly up there. Let's see, how big of a move is that? $73. Okay, that's borderline, but I think we're good. So yeah, golden pockets up here. We have that daily up here, fresh daily. Value area high and swing failure pattern of these highs. So that's a real big level because if you break that channel to the upside, that's the second pivot. Oftentimes you'll sweep the liquidity of the second pivot at least. So these levels here are the big ones. The highest resistance is from 46.8 to 43.2. Not highest, but the highest I'm going to cover for now. 34.4 to 32.6 is the next one. Now, this is a pretty good one here, but I like this one a lot. This one is going to be from 30.265 to 29.091. But our most local resistance above us really is this box here, 23.291 to 23.714. And then to the downside, honestly, we can just do a golden pocket. Well, this kind of looks like Bitcoin with a really shitty wave too, and then a push like this. So it makes me think that this might be all a wave one here, where we can retrace to the golden pocket. So let's look at our golden pocket. Okay, yeah, that's nice because our golden pocket retrace is right around the daily and the bottom back test of the channel. So I do think this is valid. Let me get that right. There we go. So that's from 17.6 to 17.2. That's what I'd be looking at for local support. If we have a pullback, I'd be looking along that. 17.6 to 17.2. And that is going to be GP daily, and then channel back test. Okay. Look at money flow. Looks good. Yeah, this isn't too bearish looking anymore. We reclaimed inside the channel. It would be actually more bullish to come down here first to make a wave 2 into our golden pocket. That means we might bust through this. If we keep going straight up here, we're probably going to reject from this. And then we'll have to find new confluence once that happens. But it would be nice to see a pullback to this area. Let's just say that. And then that would be a really great long. Man, I wonder if Weeks has this. I don't, just because I'm making an alert there doesn't mean I'm going to trade that, guys. I just want to see. I don't like to trade lower liquidity altcoins because the wicks are too dangerous on them. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Thank you all. If you got anything out of this video, please hit like and subscribe. Before we go, let's just look at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's hovering around the value area low, just like expected. All right, you guys, have a good night. Peace out.